Good morning, good morning. Daisy, come on. Daisy, come on. All right, good girl, Daisy. Good girl. On back in there, old girl. Come on. There you go. Hey y'all, and welcome to Stivers Homestead. I'm Zach, and y'all just got to see us wrap up our morning chores with some beauty that there is. It is now hotter than Hades out here. It is hot. But we have some storms rolling in later today. However, I'm going to take advantage of some of the sun that we have at this immediate moment. See how the baby chicks? She had this broody hen. She had like 10 of them. Then we had another one have 2 of them. But anyways, I'm going to take advantage of this sunny area and open the cows to their pasture that has been growing big. It's going to make them so happy. They're going to be pumped. So there it is. Look how overgrown and awesome that is. They're going to have a heyday with all that clover up in there. So I like to set this up really easy. That's their other pasture, which we're going to let it get overgrown and grow up real big. And all I have to do, because I have a gate right there, and I'm going to run one line on this outside all the way down to my wooden post there. And I'm just going to actually use my permanent fence over there as my other side of my wall. So we'll be good to go. Just one quick, easy line. And these cows are going to be happy. Look at them. They already know it's going to come. They know it's happening. Be interested to see how well this mic works for you all and the distance that it holds. Ooh, I hear you, Hank. All right, so this is super simple to do. Get my little poles here. And all I'm doing is lining this out. I shouldn't have mowed here. Just kind of doing a little guess on how I want it to go. That looks about right. Then the other one about, it can go pretty good distance. Right there. I'll do one about right here. I've already got a pole up here from last year when we had this as pasture, so we can reuse that one. What I'm doing is I just kind of stuck them in the ground. I'm going to push them on down because I'm happy with where they are. And now there's all kinds of different of the little plastic poles you can get. This isn't my favorite, but it's the only ones that were available at the time. But you have to pay attention to them. They will get brittle in the sun and crack. Thankfully, they're fairly cheap, but you just need to make sure you keep an eye on them. The sun bakes them pretty good and dry rots them out pretty good. But I think for this event, I'm only going to run 2 lines. I'm not going to run 3, especially while the grass is really nice. They're going to be busy eating that. It's going to be one of those situations where they're not really going to try to get the grass is always greener situation. All right, got that done. I just need to run my lines. Everybody patiently waiting? Yeah. So what I have here, it's what I use on all the fence. 1-inch power tape. As you can tell there. It's a little bit stronger. I'm not a huge fan of the rope. More for physical seeing. Like if you have guests around, sometimes it's kind of hard to see the rope. So I like the tape. A little bit thicker, a little bit wider. And for power, I'll just be tying this into the existing fence, so it'll just hop right over, which will be nice. Okay, what we have here, these are gate anchors. You can drill them in, and then your gates hook right to them. So I'm just gonna kind of guess my height here. Just give it a little hammer and then twist it on in there. And you want it all the way in because it's going to have tension to it, so you don't want it to pull out. All right, that one's good. And when you're doing this kind of work, you want to start on the bottom, and I'll show you why. All right, and I've already got my gate thing on here. I'm gonna hook it just like so you can see how it works. Now let's run this line. Oh, I didn't even see the bottom. There you go. See? My bad. When you roll it out and you do your bottom, something I like to do here is I like to hook it, and to help keep that tension, I like to wrap it. Just a preference that I have, and see how that holds that there. And now I'm free to go on to the next one. This is also why I say start at the bottom, because if you already had a top line here, you would be crossing your lines, and you don't want to do that. Okay, here we go. Let's put another one in the middle there. It's no problem. That's why you always buy extra. All right, time to attach it to the real fence. Always remember to turn your power off. Actually, start with the bottom. Break my own rule. Well, it doesn't matter on this one because it's already got wires on it. There are connectors, and I have them on for my power is. So doing it like I'm doing it isn't always recommended, you know. I gotta figure out what kind of entrapment we got going on over there. If I had to guess, that is a situation of when Henry was getting out a lot, and we just did the best we could with what we had. So, but what I was saying is, there are official connectors that you can use. So just tying it to your lines isn't the only path to take. It's the Zach and Jed and Jen way. What would JJZ do? I don't think y'all can see them in the angle, but they're just sitting here patiently waiting. Like, what we done? Feel like good things are gonna happen, but you're taking your time. Okay, there's that. All right, now listen, you all. I've got to work on that area, but that means that you all are gonna get to go in there. I'm trusting that you all are gonna stick with just the grass and not worry about pushing any limits. Henry, I'm looking at you. Hank, I'm talking to you too, son. They're jacked up and ready to get to that grass. They said it's so close, I can smell it. Hopefully we don't get trampled here. Lucky you all, y'all got to be on the safe side. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is just cut this, because this one I have a gate. I don't know why our other gate's down there. This whole contraption doesn't look right, but that's something I can work on. So I'm gonna take this one off. Only thing I'm worried about that I'm gonna have to check is if for whatever reason this line's connected to my power. But if not, we can adjust to that. That's no big deal. Okay, be nice, okay? Let's not trample daddy. All right, power's off. We're hoping for the best here. If you two stop fighting, y'all realize there's green grass over here. Keep walking, you get to where I didn't mow. They're enjoying that. It's that good stuff. Get on in here, Shelby. You've never even seen this pasture yet. Everybody run out, we spook them. Everybody take it easy, take it easy. Okay, I want to put up a couple more posts. There they are, they're about to get big grass now. There they go, having a time of their lives. Shelby's like, I can get out of here. I know you can, Shelby. All right, I just went in and closed off that other pasture. So now that side gets to grow while they're eating on that. So now it's time to turn on our power and see how we're looking. All right, fingers crossed. Bam, bam. Knew I'd be hitting good here, that's where it's hooked up. But that's good, son. Let's go check the new area. All right, let's see. Yeah, buddy. Perfect, hitting at max voltage. I wish I could say putting up fence is always that easy. It's not. First few times we did it, it'd be grounding out somewhere. I wouldn't understand. Biggest thing is make sure it's not laying on the ground. Make sure you don't have metal touching your wires because that'll ground it out. And then other than that, it's just maintaining. Make sure everything stays strong. Your line stays strong. If you do start, we check basically every day. And then one thing you know is if anybody's getting out, it ain't hitting hot. So you got an issue somewhere, especially as we're coming into spring. If you have bushes or stuff that are starting to grow into your fence, that's going to ground it out. They can get to playing, shock themselves, but they step on a wire and put it down into the ground. That'll get it. But they should be fine. We have a lot of permanent fence here on this pasture too, so that'll be nice as well. I don't have any worry that they'll try to challenge it, and it's a nice strong fence anyways, even if they did. But they are very, very happy. Look at them over there. So happy, so pretty. All right, folks, this task is complete. On to the next one. All right, that quick shirt change, quick camera change, because we had to switch that one up. And a little quick run to town. We're back here at it and back in the garden this time, but I am chasing some storms. I don't know how much I'm gonna get done here. Look at this. Eee. We'll see. What I am hoping to get done today, I don't want to plant it today because it sounds like we could get some storms with like hail and stuff in it, so wait till tomorrow to plant. But I want to build what we have over here on our pea trellis, the exact same thing right here for our tomatoes. We did this style back in our old place and I really liked it. Basically what I'll be doing is I'll be taking the cattle panels higher, so those on the peas are all the way to the dirt. I will be taking them up and tying them in so I can go a little bit higher with our tomatoes on the ones that we are pruning up and wanting to grow up. But I think that'll be good for right here. I like that. It gives us multiple uses. Being able to have trellises in your garden, no matter what you're doing, is gonna be good. It's gonna help protect, help support any plant that you would end up liking to grow in there. And then of course, if you are growing something viney, it's gonna grow up it and give you more vertical growth. So let's get all the stuff in here. The cattle panels, the T-post, and then I have the hooks that you would use for fencing, but I just like doing zip ties, easier. Now they do dry rot, but it's just easier to zip tie these things in there since I'm not holding an animal in. So let's get the materials in and then we'll try to get this thing done before the storms come. Hopefully it passes us. Well, while I'm in here real quick, all those bush beans y'all saw me plant the other day, they've all, pretty much almost all of them have germinated. I'm pretty happy about it. And check out this really cool find. So I had my Mexican sunflowers in this grow bag last year, and look, got a volunteer that came back, and I'm so happy because I only have 2 very small plants. So I'm really excited this one came back and is looking really healthy. And we have peas. Maybe it's gonna be a good pea year after all. Even with the onions beside them. We'll see how it keeps going. Oh yeah, that's nice. Nice and cool in here. Last year, the reason that we put this roof on was because these ACs could not handle it. It's a black tin roof up there, and it got hot in here, man. We would be behind the counter and we couldn't stand it, just sweat dripping off our face. So I'm very happy to see, because it's a very hot and humid day today. I think it's like 85 with high humidity going on. And these 2 ACs have it nice and cool. So if you do swing by the store, you won't sweat now. We have the ACs working and it's nice in here. So I wanted to say, a lot of people have been asking about stuff being out of stock. All of these, there's about 25 of them, I think. All of these different things down here, that's all of our tinctures. A lot of the ones that are sold out right now will be back in stock very, very soon. We're hoping to be tackling these weekend, and that'll allow us to get all that back in stock. But there is still quite a few out there. As you can tell, there's a bunch. But just some of the phase that people have been looking for will be back soon.